Hey guys, welcome back. Coffee Break is here, and the coffee is not only brewing here but also in Detroit. I want to look ahead at the 49ers week 2 opponent. A lot of folks are predicting a 49er win, and here's why. The Lions are coming off an abysmal loss at home against the New York Jets. The Jets were playing their rookie quarterback, first round pick, Sam Darnold. The Lions were at home on a Monday Night Football game, so a very favorable position for the Lions, wouldn't you think? The Lions not only got embarrassed at home, but it seems like the team ultimately quit on new head coach Matt Patricia. Now we're hearing there's a rift that the players are not happy with the culture Patricia has put in place. He's playing them too hard, and players are not buying into the culture that Matt Patricia is selling to them. Not only that, the Jets players are on record of saying that they knew the plays the Lions were running and the hand signal Stafford was showing this past week. Case in point, there was a third down play where Stafford audible to a screenplay. You can hear the Jets defensive players on the telecast scream, "Screen, screen, screen." Stafford still ran the play, and of course it was for a short gain. Now, some folks say Matt is a detailed-oriented coach. Just by looking at him, he always has this face of disappointment for some odd reason, even going back to New England. If Matt is a detailed-oriented coach, this is something you should be catching in practice or preseason. The first thing you do is scout yourself as a team, so teams don't find you predictable. But to be fair, Patricia's not an offensive guy, right? He was a defensive coordinator. Let's see how his defense fared against his rookie quarterback, Darnold. Darnold went 16 for 21, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 76.2% completion rate. He played very well on the road, and I believe Sam Darnold is going to be a very good quarterback, but to be a defensive-minded coach and he put up those numbers, not good. So what does this mean for the 49ers? Well, the Niners are in a favorable position this week at home. I selected the Niners to win this game before the season even started, and now it's looking even more favorable in my favor. I expect the Niners to try and establish a running game. We did not see this all week, which caused us to get pass happy at times. We need to put some pressure on Stafford. You thought Jimmy played bad? Stafford had 4 picks at home, all on him. We need to put the pressure on the quarterback so we can capitalize on their mistakes. Defense, give us an interception this week. That being said, Stafford can still sling the football. We didn't see it much this past week. We saw some throws that were really good. Again, not a whole bunch, but think about this past game, even with all the mistakes, the Lions were still there. I expect this Lions team to bounce back and not play as terrible on offense as they did this past game. We forget that the Lions actually started the game with a pick 6. That is the best way as a defense to start a ball game, and you got blown out. Tells you a lot. Offense played terrible. And we also forget the game was tied in the early third quarter. Then the defense gave up a touchdown once the Jets got the ball back, and then the debacle started. Not a good sign though when players are talking about their coach in general, not buying into the system. It looked like they did quit towards the end. The Jets looked like a playoff team compared to them, so I expect the Niners to take advantage. Now, if the Niners don't turn the ball over, we should be fine. We're overall a better team. If we're looking to compete this year, this is a game you must have. No doubt about it. I need Jimmy G to bounce back. Throw a couple touchdowns. On defense, who's going to step up on the defensive line and get sacks outside of Buckner? Solomon Thomas, I'm calling you out. Put some pressure on the quarterback. Make up for the mistake you did last week. Who on the secondary can get us a pick? They'll go after Tart. They'll go after Witherspoon, Williams. I need one of those guys to get an interception. I expect the Lions to attack the right side of the offensive line, and this is my only concern going in, but it'll be interesting to see how Shanahan plans to attack, knowing the issues with the offensive line. All in all, I expect the Niners to win. I expect a bounce back game from Jimmy and the offense. I expect the defense to play well and put some pressure on the quarterback. Let me hear you out though, faithful. How do you think this game plays out? Let me even throw this out there. What would you consider a good good defensive game, allowing under 17 points, 14 points. How good can this defense really be? I'm trying to get a feel for them. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, please follow me on Twitter. I appreciate all the comments you guys left in my previous video. You guys all had something to say. It made me realize that not a lot of you guys were concerned about this team, which is very good. You know, week 1 is always about overreactions, and it shouldn't be that way. We played arguably the best team in football. Like, serious. The Vikings team is considered one of the top defenses in the league, if not the best. And they have a good receiving core, good running backs. The only concern was the offensive line. We took advantage of it a little bit, but the team in general is very good. I mean, I expect them to go at least 13-3 this year. They have a decent quarterback now with Kirk Cousins. Some are even saying they're going to the Super Bowl, and I appreciate the faithful not overreacting. Hey, we got a long way to go in the season, and one thing we know about the NFL, it's week to week. We all know that. We can look terrible one week, the next week we can look like a playoff team, so on and so forth. In this case, Niners are in a much favorable position. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one. Let's beat the Lions. Peace.